a great day. So it is another windy day here in Iowa. They forecasted 25 to 35 mile an hour winds with wind gusts up to 55 miles an hour. So no laying fabric in this wind. I did come out to the farm because it looked so bright and sunny and pretty, and I was like, these flowers, like, they need sunlight. And for the most part, they're getting it in the window. So I contemplate leaving them in here, but I want them to actually get some sunlight. It is a northwest wind. So I'm thinking if I put them right in front of the house for a little bit, they will get some sunlight. It does make me nervous to put them out because a 55 mile an hour wind gust would just take these containers and flop them over, and I would lose all of my plants. So I have the decision to say, do I put them outside? The rest of the week, like tomorrow is a sunny day and not as windy, but I think we do get lows at like 28 one night and 25 another night. So, and then it's 40 at night, like for the foreseeable future. So even though it might dip down and get to the 20s, I don't think it will stay there for days on end. So they're about ready to go in the field, but I can't get the field the rest of the way done because those tarps just lift me up. It's like I'm parasailing or something. So I can't do that. But I think I will put these outside and cross my fingers because I do want to harden them off so that when I put them in the field, they're used to the sunlight. And they've already gotten sunlight for a few days, and now they've been stuck inside for 2 days. And those are just kind of you don't know what to do and you make the best decision you can. I think since it's a northwest wind, I don't think they're going to get hit real hard if I put them right along the front of this house. I think they'll be protected. So I am going to do it. And then I think what I'm going to do is go over to my perennial field, and I have seen a lot of weeds coming up and stuff like that. And I think I'm going to just kind of weed it and see what's coming up in that field and kind of keep my eye on things. And if anything gets real windy or crazy, I'm gonna run them back in. I also could go hunt for heavier pieces of wood because all of the wind is drying out the land. So I could get my truck filled up and ready so that on a nice day, or if the wind dies down, I can go ahead and like lay a row or, in between the storms. So that is my plan for today. I checked on my little plants at home and they were all looking happy in the basement under their grow lights. They don't have as rough a life as these plants yet. These little cold plants, they really take a beating, don't they? Okay, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take them outside and get them some fresh sunlight. I think it'll make them happy. It is 36 degrees. It's supposed to be 55 degrees later. So I don't think they're gonna freeze or anything like that. And I think they're just gonna get the nutrients from the sun that they need. Yeah, I think they're pretty protected from the wind here. They're getting a little bit, but not too bad, and they're getting some sun. Fingers crossed. They don't look like they're getting whipped around too bad, but I think that house is protecting them a little. The snapdragons are, wah! Oh dear. But it is crazy windy out today, and I think they're getting sun, and I think they're happier. We'll see. So when I came in today, I noticed how the sun is kind of coming in the morning, and I also got one more grow light, or just a shop light, just for those bad days. It's not as good as my other ones, but I figured I'd try it. It says daylight on it. And then I also got a fan for out here because I noticed some days I can't take them outside and turn them off. They're staying really wet, and at home I have fans blowing on everything. So I'm gonna move this around just a little bit to maximize the sunlight that I'm getting from that window. And then I'm gonna hang the other grow light. It's so windy out. Okay, I'll have to see how the sun changes throughout the day, but I think that is gonna maximize sunlight if I can't get my plants outside. So, especially in the morning. This is an east window, not a south window. The south windows are all shaded by huge trees, even without their canopies. They're so big they shade the whole south side of the house. So this is my best chance. I do have a west window, but it is also shaded. I don't think it gets as much light as this window. So this is where the setup is. Guy. He's got all my, he wanted to read the instructions with me, I guess. Obviously this is not, you guys have all seen my grow light set up in my basement. This is for those cloudy, freezing cold days where I cannot harden off my plants or don't feel comfortable taking them outside. It just gives them a little bit of extra light and a little bit more space where I can put plants. You can see this is already starting to get shade, so it'll be good. So I got my light on and I got my fan hooked up. Can make my plants a little happier. They're outside fighting the wind, and now I have to go fight the wind. So I've decided I'm going to take my truck over by the wood pile and see if I can load up my truck with as much like heavier wood that will work. I might be able to cut some of they're skinnier, but like the longer they are, maybe they'll have some weight to them, and so I could use some of those and then get as much as I can and then weed. Of course I'm putting off weeding. I think it's like, sometimes it's therapeutic, but when you have like a 1/4 acre that needs weeded, it's kind of a pain. The fabric's good, but the weeds are growing up in the holes this time of year because the plants haven't started yet. So I will need to get the weeds out, and I may work on that today, but first I'm just gonna check out the wood pile over there. I saw some daffodils that look like they were in the picking stage. These aren't like specialty ones that I'm growing. These are just normal daffodils. And I'm picking them at the bent neck stage. I did pick one even earlier than I thought, just to see what it does. And then I was testing this Flora Life storage and transport treatment to see how long they would last with a little bit of water in the fridge. I know some people do them dry, but you can put them in the fridge. So I'm gonna put them in the fridge. 35 degrees is the recommended temperature for them. So this refrigerator actually gets to 34, so I'm sticking them in the door just to get them closer to the 35 degrees. I know it says 35, but that's because I've had the door open. So I'm gonna have one of these actually. So I'm gonna put them in there, and I'm just gonna kind of monitor them and see how they do. I haven't really stored daffodils for later use, and And I thought, well, maybe I will just go ahead and try putting them in the fridge and seeing what they do. Just kind of monitor them and kind of watch how they act. Did bring my plants in. I turned on the lights. The wind has picked up quite a bit. I'm not going to put my fan on them because they have been blowing in the wind for like 6 hours. But the wind has gotten extremely crazy outside. I did come back out. I think my saw blade needs changed on my saw, but it's almost getting, and that's right next to the house. It's almost getting to the point where I'm gonna have to maybe call it a day and come back to cut more wood another day. The wind has really picked up. It's a crazy day. But anyway, I feel like I did get a lot done today, and I'll just have to keep working at it. Hopefully this wind dies down and I just have a nice day where I get a lot done. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.